So I was out with my friend just a few days ago, and he was talking to me about marriage, how he met his wife. The conversation just naturally came up when we were hanging out, and he was talking to me about it. And he told me something that's very interesting. He told me how back in like his mid-20s, he was like a bit of a womanizer. Good-looking dude. He knows what he's doing with women. He's charming. He knows how to say sweet words. But here's the thing. When his wife met him, she was really interested in him. And he was interested in her too. But he told her this, listen, I wasn't the most perfect guy in the past. Not from like a moral perspective, but in terms of like, he's been out with other types of women. And so when he told his wife that, he told me that honesty, something about that honesty made her want him more. Why? It's because oftentimes when guys are put in this situation, they're going to be like, oh no, I don't want a single other woman than you. You know, you're perfect. I'm not talking to anyone right now. Those words sound very awesome and stuff to the woman, but they know that more times than not, it's just a bunch of cap. It's all a bunch of bullshit just to get the woman, because it's kind of like a mechanism to sell yourself in the best way possible, almost in a way where it's too good to be true. And then your perspective as the man is, oh yeah, once she's sold, then that's it, then I have her. But he instead, in this situation, he flipped the tables. He said, look, I'm interested in you too, I want to pursue this, but I was known to be, you know, a bit of a ladies' man. I do have girl connections from the past who are just friends, women who I'm just friends with. And so I'm just letting you know that right now. I'm not a perfect guy. I'm not this guy who you think, you know, is just like an angel. And I've never done anything bad with a woman in the past. I've never had an experience with a woman in the past. And so he was telling me how honesty, when it comes to women, pays off on the long run. Sure, it's not always pleasant to hear from a woman's perspective when a man is super honest with her in the given moment, but long term, it establishes trust, which makes her more attracted to you because she knows that she doesn't have to sleep with one eye open if you were to do something, because she already knows that she can trust you because you're doing certain things in front of her that makes it hard not to trust you. This guy was even telling me that sometimes he would have like girls who are friends from like a few years ago that are doctors, and so he would take their opinions and he would FaceTime them because they're so close in terms of like they have a history together, in terms of, you know, being at least like growing up together. And so he would FaceTime them and his wife would know about it. She wouldn't like it, but she would know about it and she would respect him because of his honesty. And his phone is always open. He's not hiding anything. His phone is always facing, like the screen is facing upwards, and he doesn't have anything to hide. All the notifications are shown. And so even though sometimes his wife gets jealous, she still respects and appreciates him because she knows he's not going to do this shady shit when she's asleep or when she's not there or in her absence. So the takeaway from this, guys, is women love honesty. As much as they may not like it in the moment, long term it pays off and it works wonders. I'll tell you even about a situation I was in a few years ago. Actually, it's over 4 years ago at this point. I went through a phase for a few months where I was actually seeing two women at once. And both of them knew about it. They haven't seen pictures of each other, but both of them knew that I was seeing another girl. I was honest from the very beginning. I liked each of them, but I had an idea. I was like, oh, what would happen if I created this relationship where it's like all three of us are one relationship? It's like I'm a relationship with both of these girls at the same time. One of them did not like it, but she still continued talking to me and she appreciated the honesty. The other one really liked me. I mean, both of them really did, to be honest. Not to toot my own horn, but that's the truth. One of them was super interested in me, and when I told her that, she said, you know what? Even though that was it was a bit odd to hear, that honesty made me appreciate and like you more because you're so honest. I've never heard a man be honest like that. And I'm going to consider it. I can't guarantee you, but that just made me want you more. You see, man, that's what it goes to show you is this. Most men, when being put in situations like this, they're going to lie to each of the two women. The first woman, he's going to be like, I really like you, blah, 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 I want to be with you, because he doesn't want to lose her, not because he wants to be honest. And he's going to lie to the second girl as well and tell her, oh no, you're perfect, I want to be with you and only you, I have eyes for no one else. And then what ends up happening is, a few weeks or maybe a month later, when he takes it serious with one girl, he's just going to block the other girl because he was serious about this girl, with no consideration whatsoever to this girl's feelings, not being honest from the very beginning. Because in his eyes, oh, if I'm honest, I'm just going to lose them. A man who is truthfully masculine, he's gonna know that honesty in this case is going to pay off. It's always going to be appreciated. Even if the woman doesn't like what she hears, at least she's going to respect your honesty. Even if you lose both of these women, which most likely you won't even. But even if you do, the fact that you were honest with both of them and you told each of them about the situation, sure, they might be like, you know what, I appreciate your honesty, but I don't want to see you again, and that's fine. But you being honest like that, they're going to respect you. They're going to be like, you know what, I don't have to sit here and think about what I say with this guy. I don't have to sit here and sleep with one eye open because I'm just always curious about what he's doing and the shady shit he's been doing in the past. But instead, no, I can trust him. And so that goes to show you how much women appreciate honesty. It establishes trust, and it makes a woman more attracted to you, and she'll probably likely fall in love with you in a quicker amount of time, because the foundation of a woman's love to a man is emotional comfort, and that trust is what's going to breed the emotional comfort. If you're interested in a woman right now and you don't have a specific guarantee, sure, you may be a little interested, but you don't have a specific guarantee of where this is going, you have to tell her the truth, even if it's at the cost of, losing her. You have to be honest, guys. And I'm a big believer in karma. I believe if you put out anything into the universe, it's gonna come back to you. The whole karma's a bitch thing, I agree with it, but I don't like to phrase it that way. I like to say karma's not a bitch, it's a mirror. One of the UFC fighters that I like, his name is Dustin Poirier, he said that after one of his fights. I really liked it. It's not a bitch, it's a mirror. It's true. You put good in, you get good out. You put bad in, you get bad out. And so that's how you gotta look at it. If you're honest with whoever you're talking to, they're going to see that, and that's going to give you credit in the future, because they're not going to have to keep second guessing what you're saying. Well, most guys are not like that. And so, as I was saying earlier, imagine there's a guy who's in a situation where he's seeing several girls at once, and he's, love bombing them, and then he abruptly ends everything and just makes excuses. Oh, I've been busy with work, I've been busy with this and that. That guy's going to see some bad karma in the future. One of my friends was telling me about this guy she was involved with before. Him and her were together for close to a year, I think, and the families met. But what she noticed was a change in his behavior. It slowly started to happen. He was making more excuses, and she was like, this isn't adding up. And so what she realized somehow through her research was that there's girls who were complaining about the same thing. He was love bombing them during the same time he was in a relationship with this girl. Several women at the same time, love bombing them. That's manipulative. That's not masculine. That's not alpha. That's fucking disrespectful. You're a horrible person if you do that. But at least if you're honest, some girls are still going to view you as horrible because you hurt their feelings. But at least if you're honest, that's going to come back to you in the right way. But what this guy did to this girl, he's a piece of shit. What really is going to work long term for you, bro, is honesty. If a woman wants to friend zone you, and you're here like, oh, okay, I guess I'll take that because I have hopes of, being sneaky and trying to convince her that I'm going to make her as more than just a friend, make her see me as more than just a friend, because I'm sneaky and like, oh yeah, I'm going to agree to that for right now. But then once the opportunity comes, I'm just going to be sneaky and do that. That's not respectful. And plus, you're being a little bitch instead of being honest about yourself and saying, no, I don't see you as just a friend, so we might as well just not continue this. And if you change your mind, then you can hit me up. And if I'm still available, if I'm still interested at that time, then maybe I'll consider it. But no, you don't do that because you want to take the cheap way out. The inauthentic way out. That makes you a little bitch. That doesn't make you a man. That doesn't make you alpha. What makes you alpha is when you're honest. And honestly, there's a lot of people who are going to get offended by this in life. Not just women, but by you being honest. There's a lot of people out there who are going to take your honesty, as disrespect somehow, because they're not used to people being super honest like you are. But the way I see it is when you're super honest, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain, and the right people are going to stick around anyways. Have some fucking dignity, have some humility, and just be honest. It's going to pay off anyways. You have nothing to lose by being honest. You're either going to get the girl and get her more respected than you, or she's just not going to agree to what you want. Instead of trying to take the coward's way out by being dishonest. Oh yeah, I'm cool with friendship. Oh yeah, I'm not seeing anybody but you, when you truthfully are. Or when you're attracted to a girl and she's asking, oh, are you seeing anyone else right now? Instead of saying the truth, I had a good time with you and everything. But to be honest, there was this other girl who we tried to go on a date for a few weeks, but our schedules weren't aligned. So finally we're meeting each other on this day. And so instead of being honest and respectful, you're not honest. You just want to get what you want. Because you live in a society that doesn't even promote or encourage you to be super honest at times. the school system, whatever it is. When you're interested in a girl and then you have a date lined up and you've only seen this girl like maybe once, maybe twice max, you're like, no, I can't tell her that, I can't be honest. You know, there's a way to be honest without being, you know, disrespectful, or without hurting her feelings at least as much as possible. At least not hurting it that much. You know, you're out with a girl, you had a great time with her. You don't want to hurt her feelings and you still really like her, but you have a date. You can go ahead and say, oh, she's like, oh, what's your plan for today? You just tell her, oh, I'm going to go out later. Oh, what are you going to do? I don't know yet, but I might just be going to this area or that area. And then if she keeps, you know, probing deeper and asking who you're going to go with, then just be honest. Be like, yeah, I do have a date. There was this girl who I tried to, you know, go out a month back or whatever. Just tell her the truth, whatever the truth is. And then honestly, our schedules didn't align, but finally they are. So I'm gonna meet her, then just see what happens. Be honest about it. She's gonna respect that, even if it's gonna sting her. If she really likes you, she's gonna be like, damn, I really wanted this guy, or damn, it hurts to hear this. She's still gonna respect the fact that you were honest about it. She's gonna respect the fact that you didn't just sit there and be sneaky and all snaky and, you know, hiding. Because she's gonna find out one way or another. And at that point, she's gonna lose all trust and all respect for you anyways. So you don't want that to happen, because it's a lose-lose situation. You're gonna lose your respect and your dignity and her interest in you. And she's gonna lose all attraction. And she's gonna lose faith in men, to be honest. So there's just, you know, it's a lose-lose situation. But just be honest. In the future, think about that. Like I said before, there's a way specifically to be honest with women without being that much of a dickhead. You don't have to be, it's not either dickhead or nice guy. You could still, you know, be polite without being a pushover. And, you know, say something along those lines. And most likely, if you're watching a video like this, up until this point at least, that means you have a decent level of intelligence, and you probably can, you know, figure your way around things. So yeah, man, just honesty, honesty, honesty. Women will probably respect and like you more after you being honest. See for yourself. And yeah, man, just honestly in all aspects of life, not just with women. Do it for your boy, and most importantly, do it for yourself, brother. Peace.